I can get overstimulated very easily. So I have always been this way since I was a child. I'm sure if my mother came on one of my videos, she would agree. But I think over the past several years, and maybe as a side effect of being an adult and having to do things that I don't want to do in order to make money, like go to work and deal with people. I think that as I'm getting older, so my 20s and 30s, I had more energy to just power through and constantly put on the mask, constantly mask my, like, how I really felt and my anxiety and things like that. And also constantly mask how I behaved when I was overstimulated. But as I get older, so if you're watching this and you're like 20, 30, enjoy while it lasts, while you have the energy to mask. Because when you get older, you might just be like, I'm not doing this anymore. So for me, because I spent, let's just call it like 20 plus years masking at work and having it be normalized, and like everybody's kind of like trying to just do what they need to do, and like having that really good mask of being very, even keeled, not really emotional, things like that, and being rewarded. This is a thing my therapist told me more than once. Okay, I think my neighbor is deciding to hang a picture or something. I don't know. Bear with me with the noise. But my therapist told me that some of the issues that I have had with becoming aware of behaviors and like being able to address them is one thing that can prevent you from doing that is being rewarded socially or at work for doing those behaviors. So in my case, and with this realization of like how easily I can get overstimulated, is because like at work or even hanging out with in like extroverted people or whatever, if I receive the validation of like, oh my God, you're so cool to hang out with, or oh my God, you handled that so great at, at work with blah, 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 blah. With receiving positive reinforcement, you can kind of dig yourself deeper into a behavior, even though it may not be what you actually need. And that can be with like pretending to not be overstimulated, pretending to not be anxious or feel your anxiety, or to emote your anxiety or your feelings of overstimulation. That can also be things like in your interpersonal relationships. If you receive like negative feedback when you share your opinion or your thoughts, then what do you do with that? You start to internalize. You decide not to share things. I'm going to make another video on that because I recently learned something else about myself. But getting back to being overstimulated, I had to learn this about myself. So not only I'm a pretty introverted person, but like I can go out and do things and have fun and stuff, but I'm learning that I can get really overstimulated and just not get rude or snippy. You might become that way, but if you get kind of like just like a zombie, you ever been like at a dinner with somebody or something and you're just like, and you don't even realize that you're kind of yeah, so that can happen to me. So that's kind of like the tip of the iceberg.